Which day is celebrated as World Environment Day? 5th June is celebrated as World Environment Day. First Environment Day was held in which year? In 1974. What is the theme for World Environment Day 2022? Only one Earth is the theme for World Environment Day 2022. Which country will host the World Environment Day 2022? Answer is Sweden. UNEP stands for United Nations Environmental Programme. Where was the Environment Day anthem launched? India. What is the theme of World Environment Day 2020? Biodiversity. What is the theme of World Environment Day 2021? Ecosystem restoration. The most abundant gas on the Earth's atmosphere is nitrogen. Which are the colors are used to prepare environmental logos and templates? Green and blue. Who established the World Environment Day? The United Nations General Assembly. What was the first slogan of World Environment Day? Only one Earth. What are the 3 R's to save the environment? Reducing waste, reusing and recycling resources and products. The word environment has been derived from French. Which atmospheric layer has the most clouds? Troposphere. When did India first hosted the World Environment Day? 2011. Where was the World Environment Day celebrated for the first time? Spokane in the USA. The main source of water pollution is sewage water. In a food chain, the solar energy utilized by plants is only 10%. The study of weather is called meteorology. What is the focus of World Environment Day? Raising global awareness. Under which theme India in 2018 hosted the celebration of World Environment Day? Answer is Beat Plastic Pollution. Which country hosted World Environment Day 2020? Colombia. When was the first major conference on environmental issues under the UN was held? Answer is in 1972. Which is the first country who established environment school? South Africa. In which year Environment Protection Act was introduced? In 1986, Environment Protection Act was introduced. Where is the headquarters of UNEP? Nairobi. Who coined the term ecosystem? Ernest Haeckel. Which day is celebrated as Earth Day? April 22. Which instrument is used to measure wind velocity? Anemometer. Who wrote Earth Anthem? Abhay K. What is the safe level of noise intensity for humans? Up to 80 decibels. Which country hosted the Environmental Day event 2021? Pakistan. Where did terricolous animals live? In soil. Where was the Environment Day anthem launched? Answer is in India. Which ISO standard applies to the environmental management system? ISO 14001. What does an entomologist study? Wind. Which country is popularly known as Land of the Windmills? Netherlands. Name the atmospheric layer that is completely cloudless and free of water vapor. Thermosphere. Which year the Environment Day anthem launched? 2013. Agroecology is the study of grasses. The outermost layer of Earth's atmosphere is called exosphere. Which instrument used to detect earthquakes? Seismograph. Which ultraviolet radiation is responsible for causing sunburns and skin cancer? UVB radiations of 315 to 280. The unhygienic and dirty condition which makes it difficult to live on Earth is pollution. The ecosystem which has the least biodiversity is tundra. Which gas is produced when fuel is burned? Carbon dioxide. Who is known as father of evolution? Charles Darwin. What was the slogan of the 2015 edition of the World Environment Day? 7 billion dreams, 1 planet. What is the percentage of carbon dioxide in air? About 0.04%. How many biodiversity hotspots are there in India in 2022? 4 biodiversity hotspots. Which country has the highest biodiversity? Brazil. Which Indian state has maximum biodiversity? Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The level of which gas and depletion in ocean dead zones? Oxygen. Acid rain is caused due to increase in concentration of SO2 and NO2. Famous environmentalist Sundarlal Bahuguna is associated with which movement? Chipko movement. Which soils are formed from chemical decomposition of rocks? Laterite soils. Who started Environment Day in India? The United Nations Assembly. What was the theme for 2011 of World Environment Day? Nature at your service. What was the theme for the 2012 World Environment Day? Green economy. What is cutting down of trees in forests called? Deforestation. Where is National Biodiversity Authority is located? Chennai. What region on Earth produces 20% of the planet's oxygen? The Amazon rainforest. Which day is celebrated as Biodiversity Day? May 22. Which day is celebrated as World Forest Day? 21st March. Which is the largest mangrove forest in the world? Sundarbans National Park. Name the atmospheric layer closest to the ground. Troposphere. The production of light by living being is known as bioluminescence. What is the World Environment Day anthem called? Earth Anthem. What is the Green Data Book? Data on Environment. Who is known as Father of Environmental Science? Dr. Rex N. Ulnais. Name the major cause for ozone layer depletion. Chlorofluorocarbon. What is the trapping of heat radiation by Earth's atmosphere? Greenhouse effect. What percentage of land area should remain covered by forests to maintain ecological balance? 33%. Which event associated with the World Environment Day is celebrated to inspire people reduce energy consumption at workplace? Eco Action Day. Kyoto Protocol is related to greenhouse gas emission. Cartagena Protocol is related to biosafety. Who coined the word environment? Thomas Carlyle. In which field Global 500 award is given? Environmental achievements. Which prize is known as Nobel Prize for Environment? The Goldman Environmental Prize. During which conference was the World Environment Day established? Stockholm Conference on the Human Environment. Which country ranks first in bird and orchid species diversity? Colombia. Which country in the world has the lowest forest cover? Qatar. Which state of India has the largest forest cover? Madhya Pradesh. Who authored the book Silent Spring, dealing with the dangers of indiscriminate use of pesticides? Rachel Carson. What is the full form of CTBT? Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. What is an ozone molecule formed from? 3 oxygen atoms. How much percentage of nitrogen consists in Earth's atmosphere? 78%. Who introduced the concept of biodiversity hotspots? Norman Myers. How many countries participate in the celebration of World Environment Day 2022? 150 countries. What is the official global theme for World Environment Day 2026? Answer: Inspired by nature for climate for our future. Which country is hosting the global celebrations for World Environment Day 2026? Azerbaijan. What is the official hashtag for the UNEP Global Climate Campaign in 2026? Now for climate.